The barn is a multi-purpose space, which is an old building put together by little bits and pieces of other buildings around it. This place, you do your own thing. Whether it's music, film, art, whatever it may be, it's a place of community where people can come and have a chat, have a tour. It's a platform. We sell coffee, we've got artwork up, we have talks, music, comedy, food, and we use the local brewery. We have successful farmers markets. We've had crafts markets making jewellery, making pottery. We would sell locally grown flowers and plants. We would have little weddings here. We would have farmers market, trying to bring local people together, local growers, people who made wine. So we're really supportive of everything local as much as possible, but integrating everything into this place, and it works. The corporates are sucking everything out of every town. Every pub is dying because of rules, regulations, pressures of big organisations who can buy places, then control how a pub should be. And all the unique individual stuff is going. Ledbury is a unique place. It's stayed independent, but I can see the same thing's going to happen here. They're planning on more supermarkets, putting the prices of the car parking up. People are going to be drawn away from the town centre. And I've took on one of the most difficult projects in a prime position in town. The council didn't want it because obviously their own rules and regulations. They've let it go into disrepair. As soon as we got it, it was like, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. If you do not repair your building, you'll be imprisoned. Fill a form in when you've checked the toilets. All the time we're fighting bureaucracy, and red tape is killing the country. They're just pushing people out of wanting to own a small business. So the barn is a massive stand against it, an antidote to the artificial world that we're living in. We own it outright and we've got no debt, and I don't want to be forced to sell it. But at the moment we can't keep running the way we're running. I'm getting older, I want to hand it on to other people to actually come in and help out and keep the place like it is, with the same ethos of free speech and the authenticity of this place and the way that it should carry on in the future. So I would like other people to help me and help themselves. This place is proven that it is profitable. It'll never be expensive. In fact, it makes enough money to wash its face. So I'd like to do a buyout with a community of people who want to keep these sort of places running throughout the country. And the idea is that the local community put together amount of money to buy a share in the barn. They're not going to get massive money back on it. People will get ownership, like a new co-op. Their shares help that place stay and takes it out of corporate hands. And I'd love for this place to be put into some sort of trust which will never allow it to turn into a Costa Coffee or a McDonald's, whatever happens. So I want to appeal to the people who want community to keep going and wanting a community bar, wanting a community cafe, keeping real art alive, putting paint to canvas, photography, sculpture and pottery, integrating with people and talking, holding real things, drinking beer out of a keg rather than out of a can at home. All these individual places are disciplined, so we've got to keep it going.
There are precious few venues like this that are flexible and adaptable and available as well. It's inexpensive to put something on here. Everyone knows where it is. It's very central to Ledbury, both physically and in people's hearts.
It's a warm and welcoming place for isolated people to come and be together in a kind of era where we are being driven apart. It became a place for people who believed in freedom to say what you needed to say, to express whatever you wanted to express. It is a place where there's real kindness, openness, and a feeling that you can be honest with anybody here about what you really think, and nobody's going to attack you for it. It seems to be a weapon against fear, and that just feels so refreshing right now.
In a time when people who are saying the wrong things can't put on events and are constantly being cancelled, it's really important to have venues that are on side, people who own venues who are on side, who can facilitate talks, shows, concerts, stand-up comedy, all of these things. This is a bit of a rare diamond where they welcome anybody regardless of their views, and they're just not afraid to have interesting people saying truthful things.
Where would anybody go if this wasn't here? It's important that a place like this is maintained and is built upon and keeps its place in the community, because it offers so much to so many people. It's almost like a person in a sense. So it's more than a venue. It's a little character that has grown with everybody that visits. And it has offered an amazing meeting place for disparate people. Everybody is welcome. There's no real imposition of any views or anything, which obviously leads to a greater freedom. And it's really what arts and things need.
This is an independent venue, so it's not beholden to a big corporation. And therefore it has artistic license and freedom to support independent artists and artists who are cutting their cloths. Artists who want to express their own ideas without fear of being a slave necessarily or ridiculed to a certain agenda. Because it does have that degree of independence, it's able to shape the atmosphere that it wants to create. So it feels very unique in that regard. And people come here knowing that they could be seeing somebody expressing themselves and putting forward original music that other venues aren't championing as much.
It's like an old-fashioned pub. It's like what pubs used to be.
It has been home to my Third Wednesday social group. It is a place where I've had an art exhibition, and it's also now the place where I not only perform as part of my band, but it's a rehearsal space for us as well. So it's very much an old-fashioned concept of an arts centre, like the Bohemian Quarter of Ledbury, all rolled into one building.
The barn doesn't judge its clientele. People can come, whatever their views and beliefs, because we're all members of the community. It's just so unexclusive, and that's not something you get in most art centres. And I think in the last 4 years, when people weren't encouraged, or in fact stopped from communicating, meeting in real life, this has been a real lifesaver for many people. And I think I probably mean that quite literally in some cases.
I think what Robin's done with this is really great, because he's taken this old building and he's built up a community of people for whom this has become a sanctuary and a place they know they can go and meet like-minded people, and we're in danger of losing these places.
I don't think Robin realises what he's done for people here and what magic he's created. I don't think it's fully appreciated enough by all the people that come here, all the hard work he's put into creating that magic.
I don't think people would quite know what they had until they'd lost the barn. I don't think you can underestimate what the goings on here have done for people's well-being. There are people certainly who walked into my Third Wednesday group blinking as if into the daylight for the first time, just telling me how grateful they were that this was going on, because they thought they were alone, they thought they were isolated, and suddenly they found their tribe here at the barn.
I've met people that I've been interacting with online for the first time by coming here, which is absolutely wonderful. They are real people.
There is a definite draw to this place, and it's served us very well in the last 4 years. It's almost taken the place of a church in that respect, where it would be a centre of the community, and we hope to keep it so that it will continue this role, because we're under attack really, and having somewhere that is there for us, it's too good to lose. It's been super.
Think of all your favourite social media rolled into one, but IRL, in real life. And the people gathering here, it would be like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all rolled into one, but actually talking to each other face to face, which is so much better than anything that the internet can provide.
So many friendships have been forged initially online, and so many conversations and debates and arguments and rows have been had online. And we're in danger of forgetting that actually that's very different to coming out to a real place and meeting real people and having real conversations, and that's what this place allows for. People can come together and have conversations freely in real life. This is a real welcoming, cosy place that feels a bit like your own living room, where you can come and make friends and have a chat. And that has been a really valuable thing for people to have.
It needs to become a community-owned and community-responsible place that shouldn't be seen as an ordeal or a task, but an absolute purpose for everyone who wants to help bring about more free speech, more freedom to be with the people you love, and to appreciate this place with our own efforts.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not about the money. It's about keeping a venue like this going and alive. You've got to get people together and communication with people is probably what's important in life, I think. We want to allow people to have freedom of speech and allow different viewpoints to exist and carry on. This place gives people a platform. It's encouraged that people can come here and talk about anything and not get upset. We have people with different opinions, and all the time nobody's got nasty with each other. A friend of mine said, I can't believe how many times I see people hugging and say, if it wasn't for the barn, I don't know what I'd have done over the last few years. They say without the barn we wouldn't have survived. People are lonely. They come here and meet people. It gives me faith in humanity again. Can turn things around and give a place of honesty and truth. It's so important that people have got a place to express and talk to other people. And we've done it here on multiple occasions. And if we don't have places like this, we're finished. We've got to keep places like this alive.